Hey guys, welcome back. We got a little bit of bacon grease here and we're going to coat the bottom of my new Dutch oven with it. And then we're going to add our andouille sausage. And you get a load of that sizzle. And you're going to want to cook these until they're nice and brown and crispy, something like that. That's what they should look like. And at this point, you want to take them out of your bacon grease. And that sausage has rendered its flavor and oil as well and mixed with the bacon grease. And you're talking about some yummy-fied goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Once we get those all out of there, we're going to take our onions, and would you get a load of that sizzle? I love that sound. Cook those until they are caramelized. And at which point, I like my onions pretty charred because it just adds another layer of flavor. Cook them till they look like that. Add your garlic. I love garlic. You can never add too much garlic in most cases. So there, I'm going to add a little more garlic. And I'm going to give that a good stir. And then once my garlic is caramelized to the point at which I like it, then I'm going to add my collard greens. Look at those collard greens. Add them. Put them on down. Once you get a good amount of your greens, we're going to cook those down. Greens cook down. Not quite as bad as spinach, but you want to stir your onions and garlic up from the bottom of the pot. That actually helps to cook the greens down so that you can add the remainder of them. So I'm going to give that a good stir, and then I'll be able to add more of my greens to the pot. And let's get them all in there and see what we have next here. Next, I'm going to add my chicken broth. I opted for low sodium, but you don't have to use low sodium. I figured that the sausage has enough sodium for the whole pot. Andouille sausage really has a lot of flavor, so I'm just going to add my low sodium broth to that. And then at this point, I can add the rest of my greens. You know how it goes with greens. For those of you who love to cook your greens. I got a full 4 pound of greens down into my Dutch oven. And now I'm going to let those simmer for about an hour, hour and a half. And I'm going to check them. They've cooked for a little while here. Now I'm going to add my sausage back to the pot. See there? Put that sausage on in there. And stir that together so that those flavors can marry the last hour or so of your cooking time. I cook these collards or otherwise known as collard greens. I cook them for about 2 hours total. You want to simmer your greens for 2.5 hours. Unless you don't like them that done. I like my greens nice and tender, so this 2 hours was like the perfect amount of time for me. Let me know below how long you cook your greens. And give it a good stir. And then I'm going to put the lid back on there and then let those continue to simmer. Now, I'm going to tell you, I hadn't added any additional seasoning at this point because I wanted the sausage to cook in the greens for a little while. Before I added salt, because I didn't want them to be too salty. So there you go. We're going to simmer it a little more. So now I've been able to taste my greens, and I can tell what they taste like because they're tender enough to have absorbed the flavor from the pot liquor. And I'm going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of salt at this point. That was the perfect amount of salt. And it's all I needed to add to finish off the flavor. All right, next I'm going to add a little crushed red pepper, just a little bit, because if you know andouille, then you know that it is a little spicy, but that little extra is going to give these greens the kick that my family and I love. I'm going to go ahead and stir that in, and then back to the simmer. And I think that's what's missing. was 2 hours of simmering. Look at my collard greens. Let's see, let's take my spoon here. Ooh, look at them. Collard greens and Andoulli sausage. Let me know. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Let me know if you tried this recipe. Ooh, this was way more greens than I thought it was. I'm gonna put the lid back on these so they'll still be nice and hot when my guests get here. Don't forget to touch that subscribe button. It's free as always to subscribe. Like, comment, and share. Ooh, look at there. The more interaction you guys I have with you under my videos, a lot of times people will say, oh my God, I made your mac and cheese, or I made this, or I made that. But they'll tell me in person, but they won't comment under the video. I really need the interaction with the video, you guys, if you don't mind. Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Enjoy your holiday season.